All right, we are live. We are live. Finally. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. JDH, what's up, my brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everything? Good morning. Good morning. We finally made it to the day. We finally made it to the day, guys. It's going to be a huge day. Huge day. We had a little FMOC prep real quick last night, just kind of to talk about the scenarios and so forth and what to expect. So, big day, guys. I'm just going to be straightforward with you guys. Nobody knows what the hell's going to happen, okay? If you're a chartist and you're a technical analysis trader, that's not going to matter today. It's not going to matter today going into Powell, okay? News trumps everything. News is going to trump everything. Nobody knows what Powell is going to say, all right? Nobody knows. Now, we can plan out the scenarios. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Happy to have you on. We're going to go over through the scenarios, okay? Because today's going to be a big day. We can drop 200 points. We can pop about 100 points. But notice the common theme here is we're gonna move about 100 points, either which way. So picking a direction at this moment of time is probably not going to be the best scenario. But we're going to dive into it. Let's go get it. All right. So first and foremost, I want to add this thing right here. The ARMS deal, which I talked about yesterday, NVIDIA, it's preparing to abandon the $40 billion ARM deal, right? So that's old news, or not old news. It's in the news right here. It's on the financial Silicon Valley Business Journal. Okay, so that's a plus for NVIDIA. So they're not going to spend $40 billion. That should help the stock. Now, I am going to talk about how to correlate all these things together. But right now, the Financial Times, there was something here. What was in the Financial Times? There was an article in here regarding about the chip shortage and how severe it is. And in retrospect, we're going to take this information, if the chip shortage is that severe, and I know that Intel is spending X amount of billions of dollars to try to bring the chips suppliers or manufacturers back to the U.S. and not be so dependent on Taiwan. I think Intel's already starting that. But that's going to take time. So no matter what Biden says or the administration, it's not as easy to do that. You understand? It takes time. So again, we're going to see how that plays out into the price action. Apple, this article right here Apple reclaims top smartphone spot in China. Good news, especially going into earnings. They announced earnings this Thursday. Remember, we have earnings for Tesla today. If you want to know a play, I spoke about it last night that we could play on Tesla for earnings, even with the Powell news. Stay to the end because we're gonna cover that as well. But right off the bat, there's one thing on Bitcoin right here that I saw. The IMF is urging Salvador to abandon Bitcoin. So that's interesting. I wonder if that has to do with anything of Bitcoin, why it's going down. Don't know, but it was somewhere in the Financial Times. Barron's, just a lot of Fed stuff, a lot of Fed policies. Tesla earnings are coming. They better be good. I think they will be good. What I forgot to mention yesterday in Tesla got approved for a better credit rating. That's a positive. They don't get approved on credit ratings. That's usually a bullish sign, and I think that's why Tesla went up. So their credit rating went up. So if you start putting the pieces together, I think that Tesla should come out with good earnings. Now, the question is, does it go up, right? Does it go up? Okay. So, all right, but China versus China. So again, the other thing too, guys, we have to look is oil's going up to $100 a barrel. So, that's not necessarily very bullish for the stock. Now, I want to dive in. Let's go in. So the futures right now are 44.21. That's pretty positive. It's creeping up to the 200-day moving average, guys. So it's not really like, oh, let's buy the dip. Not really saying that. But I'm going to show you on the price action. So let's look at the XPX. What are we doing right now? We're looking for a market sentiment. Again, market environment. What's the sentiment out there right now? So the good news, they bought it. They bought the market the last 2 days, which is good, right? So before the week, I said, I expected it to go up. We went lower, and then we kind of went higher. So we went a little lower, and we're holding this. So they're holding it into Powell. Okay, so they're holding it into Powell. Now, that's really good. So again, the levels here are 42.25, but it's not about levels going into Powell. So again, I think it's going to matter after the first 10 minutes that Powell, after 2 o'clock, so 2:10, then we're going to be looking at levels. But going into Powell, I don't think it's really going to matter. We'll know different levels that they're going to probably buy or sell and or so forth. But I'm not really convinced it's going to go. Now, Microsoft came out with good news yesterday. They were really, really well. Let the price action tell you how good it is, right? Tech is trying to recover. Remember, tech got hit pretty hard. I mean, if we look at the percentage of tech from all-time highs, which was right here on the NASDAQ, we dropped about 18%, right, from all-time highs on tech. So when we look at the XPX from all-time highs, we dropped about 12% roughly from all-time highs. On the Russell, I think it was a little bit more severe, and I'm going from all-time highs that the price was up there, not closes. We dropped about 21%. So those are pretty significant drops. I don't expect this thing to drop like a rock. That's not how these things work. What they do, they either go down and then they come back up, and then they go down, come back up. So if you're used to trends, right? The trend is your friend. What makes an uptrend? Higher highs, higher lows. What makes a downtrend? Lower lows and lower highs. So when we see that, we're noticing that we are definitely in the XPX. We have made a lower low. What comes next is going to be probably a lower high. So I expect this thing to rally, right? And it looks like they want to take it up to Powell. It looks like, it seems to me that they're probably going to take it up to Powell. The question is, how far up does it go? Okay, how far up does it go into 2 o'clock? I don't know. After 2 o'clock, it's a crapshoot. What I've noticed on the option chain, I can't run. I wish I can run the Thinkorswim app. It takes too much juice out of this computer. But I've noticed if you look at the 4,200 calls, puts on the XPX, they're ridiculous. They're something stupid like. I guess how much they're up like $1, I think, $2, somewhere in a dollar range. Those are normally about cents, right? Going 200 points down. So what does that tell me as far as the premiums? The premiums are telling me that the market maker really doesn't know what's going to happen, right? So he's protecting himself on the upside and downside. So that's how I read that. If he doesn't know, I don't know. Nobody knows. If I don't know, I'm not going to tell you I know. I'm not that person. I don't care. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, will there be trades into Powell? Absolutely. I do know one thing. They bought it at 42.21. They bought it the last couple of days. We didn't get the bounce, but again, 44.17, that would be a bounce. That would be very bullish. So 44.17 would be like they like it. And so after Powell, 10 minutes, boom. Let's say that he says no rate hikes. Okay. I think that will have a positive reaction in the market, right? I think that they will take things up. It doesn't mean, now I said this last night on the call. I don't think the question is, will it go up and does it have staying power? And what I mean by that, if they take it up, that's going to be your lower high or your what's called a sucker's rally in formation or your dead cat bounce in formation. So again, are they going to take it up? And the question is, are they going to be selling into those pops? And I'm not saying this is going to happen today. It might happen. They might take it up today. If he says no rate hikes, or let's say that he only says 25 basis points, or, Powell can also just say 25 basis point, and he might say something like, and we'll see if we need to take aggressive action. We're open to taking aggressive action. Okay. I don't know what he's going to say. Keep an open mind. If he says something where he doesn't want to create the market and just wants to give the market, basically, he's going to outline the groundwork for the March rate hike. That's what he's going to do today. That's what he's outlining. And the market needs to hear something positive, right? The adjustment has already started. But what's he going to say? So just keep an open mind. We are working our way up to that 200-day moving average. We're sitting right now at 44.31. So that's a positive, right? But we're still below that. So watch that one. After Powell, it's a crapshoot. Okay. NASDAQ, probably the 200-day moving average, 15,000. You got Russell pretty far away from the 15,000. You're going to be looking at a 21.23. See if it can rally there. But again, everything's a crapshoot. The VIX is dying down from the last 2 days, is working at the lower range. It looks like their fears dying down a little bit. That's not the case. This is going to be a very volatile day. So don't be fooled. We're going to have volatility like you've never seen the next couple of days. Okay. Very volatile. So watch it, especially around 2:00. It's going to be volatile. Usually what's going to happen, FOMC meetings, the announcement comes out. The market is going to have these whipsaw, ferocious action. Okay. Stand clear, stand tall. And then you got Q&As at 2:30, 2:45, and it's gonna react. And I'm gonna show you how sensitive this market is. Yesterday, Microsoft announced earnings. Okay, just boom. I mean, they didn't announce it. It was like the market closed, and on Microsoft, XPX dropped 50 points. Okay, what does that tell you? Easy. The algos are on. It's very sensitive, very, very sensitive. So this is why we're going to have very, very volatile swings, guys. Super, super volatile swings. So be careful in the price action going into Powell. Chill, wait, let them pick a direction, and then there'll be some trading activity that you can ride those waves, okay? So today, your triangles, they're not going to work. They're not going to work. News trumps everything, okay? News trumps everything. Okay. Couple of things I wanted to talk here. Texas Instruments came out with stellar news, earnings, stellar, okay? And we have to watch the price action. Are they taking it up? Microsoft came out with good numbers as well. Microsoft should be up at last week's highs. It's not there yet. But if it gets there, then that is telling me a clue that they might taking it up. You gotta understand, if they start taking up the good things, that's gonna be a clue that they're gonna take the market up higher. Not until you see LRCX above 700, NVIDIA above 325, or I think NVIDIA is up there. But that's how we're gonna. But let me dive in because I'm kind of getting dark. I'm gonna. So again, volatility. We're gonna put an alert. Let's say right there at 31. 31 is going to be the high right into the close. And then you're going to put another alert at 35. So notice I'm putting my alerts here. And just if we get dinged, we're probably going to drop lower. Okay, I'm prepared. If by chance we start dropping, let's say right there, 27, then we're probably going to go higher. I don't know what's going to happen. Right now, the treasury notes are hanging out at 1.78. I don't think that's going to come down. It's just kind of lingering here. Let's see what that is. All right, let's look at the XPX. Okay, ideally, I would like it to drive it up because if they go up right now, if we look at the XPX, we are going to open at 44.22. That puts me at 44.22. That puts me right under 44.32. So right where that 200-day moving average is, okay? It's right there. So again, let's see what happens. I would like this in a perfect scenario. I would like this to come up to the 50-day, right? Hang out there into Powell because then we know that it can be good news or bad news. Now, if it's good news, I think that, 40, actually, I said 4,500. We're right there, right? So 44.32 would put us, right there. 4,500 is not there. We can probably go up to 4,600 if it's good news. That might be a play. So today's a good day for lotto play, meaning, buy a small amount, maybe buy the 4,600 calls and maybe buy some calls on the bottom. Now, if we drop, we're probably going to drop about 200 points. If he says 50 basis points, expect a big move, 100, 200 points down. So again, you can probably do a lotto play to the downside, and that is the play to play. That is a way to play Powell. Now, I don't want you to buy at the open. If you can buy it closer to the announcement because we want to know where the price action is, and you want to be closer to the price action. Do not overpay. If you're going to do this, do out of the money calls or puts, right? The volatility is going to help you because the VIX is going to skyrocket. The VIX is going to skyrocket, okay? That is a way to play it. Again, you're going to play both sides. Do not play one side. All right, as far as the levels, after Powell, or before Powell, during, it's just a matter of crapshoot. Right now, we're going to open at this where what did I say? 44.22 is going to be right in there. So we're opening up a little higher. The levels on the upside, again, 4,500. Then you're going to have 4,600. Okay, so that is probably after pause levels we can head up to, and there's a strong level at 4,600. On the downside, if we collapse, again, there's 42.84, 42.22, and then we can go further down. All right, so 42.22, we can I think I said 4,000. 4,000 was my goal. I don't think we're going to hit that today, but 4,000 was a level that I stated yesterday and I showed it over and over again. That could be a target to the downside, okay? Now, guys, this is the doom and gloom. This is for today. I'm not looking for the forward. I'm just looking to make opportunity for today, and that's what I see. Okay, so get ready, get ready, get ready. I gave a couple of plays yesterday. If you want to play, I noticed that if you're playing the SPYs or the XPX, there was a lot of activity on the 419 puts for February 28th. So that was about 30 days out, a little over. A lot of activity on those. Check it out. Okay, so check it out. So what else do we got? As far as that, so that's the spot. Now, yesterday, guys, for guys in my class, when you trade, I'm going to use the XPX because that's the kind of the one I've been using. If you're listening right here, this was the trade that we took. A lot about trading is about sitting on your hands, especially when you trade the system. So I just want to point this out to you guys. This was a trade that I did yesterday right here. This is right here. We waited for that. And then if we know, look at this, boom. We traded that and it was going to the highs of yesterday. So just letting you know, that was a setup, yesterday's setup. So keep that in mind on the 15-minute time frame because I know we're going to cover this Sunday. Okay, so got that. All right, let's go into overall. Overall, when I look at we're going to be looking at opportunities here and and a lot of stuff planned out yesterday. If you sat on your hands, remember, don't overtrade. Remember, trade the proper setups. Trade the proper setups. So right off the bat, I've noticed that everything is above the 50-day moving average in the 15-minute time frame, right? So again, that was the XPX yesterday. Pre-market we know is going to work higher. We're going to open up at that 44.30. So we're going to be right in there. I don't know what's going to happen today. Is it going to obviously the MACDs are going to have a sell-off. It probably is going to pull back at some moment. If you're going to trade these things, wait for the setup and trade them before Powell, so before 12 o'clock, okay? NASDAQ is probably going to open up higher, open up Microsoft News. Russell, open up higher. That's positive, so no trade there. Google, look at Google take off pre-market. So that's positive, but again, we're not out of the woods yet. Now, if Powell says things positive, then watch Google. Google can run if you want to trade. You don't want to trade the SPY or the XPX. Google is probably going to be running too far away. Let us set up. There's going to be a lot of setups before the market. Amazon working its way higher, positive, but it's pre-market. Looks like it's probably going to die off a little bit. Tesla. All right, so here's a play on Tesla, guys. I talked about this yesterday. All right, here it is. You guys are listening? All right. So check it out. Tesla. I think, and it's just my opinion, they're going to have some good earnings, right? And again, I think they will. I think they will, right? Now, let's say that Powell doesn't do well. Let's say he says 50 basis points, market has a reaction, we drop. It's going to take down Tesla. Tesla has earnings today. It has earnings today. Okay, so here's a play. This is a lotto play. If the market goes down, Tesla has earnings after the close. So if it goes down, watch Tesla before the close, and those calls are going to be stupid cheap because everybody's buying puts, right? Look for a call that's like $1. That's really close to the price action, and that's going to be a lotto play. And again, I don't know what's going to happen if what Powell says, but if it goes down, look for like $1 play for the end of this week. This is lotto. If, right now, here's the thing. Here's the thesis. If it drops, everything goes to shit. We go down. You get that lotto for $1 on Tesla. Tesla announces earnings after the close, and that's going to be the most positive news that comes out there. And then maybe Tesla rips, right? And we bought that cheap option when everybody was buying puts. It's a lotto play, so I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but it's a way to look at the market and how we're going to play the moves going into Tesla. Okay, that's the way to do it. Now, on the flip side of it, market reacts, goes positive. That's also something for Tesla, because if Tesla has good news, and I'm just telling you all the news I read on Tesla as far as their deliveries, as far as their credit rating increasing. Guys, I'm noticing a lot of things on the wall. Like, I don't think they're going to, anything's possible, but I'm just noticing, I would probably take a lotto on that earnings news. Okay. So anyway, got that. If you like that, press that like, subscribe, and let's go get it. But that's a play that you can go into earnings. Okay, ISRG working his way higher. But again, nothing, so CMG trying to have a reaction here. I'm going to give you the levels, but I don't think it's going to matter. 1507. If the market has a positive reaction that's a Powell, it can go up to 1507. If it goes to crap, it's going to go down to 1298, 1300. Right now at 1422. That's a trade right there. So pick one, guys. Pick one and manage it. Remember, we structure our trades, we manage it, and then we structure, we execute, and we manage. All right, Lam Research. If this is real, right? Texan Instrument came out with stellar earnings. Holy crap. So if it's real, this thing should be up at 625. This is how you know if they're behind it, right? It's not there yet. Goldman Sachs going higher. So again, finally, Goldman's reacting to the interest rate hikes, right? Because the bank should do well if they increase hikes. Now, Netflix having a reaction here. Watch Netflix. If it goes beyond 349, that is a crater number. It's going to drop hard and fast. If it gets to 349, there are so many, it's going to dump like crazy, okay? Watch it there on Netflix. 350 to get it better. 400 to get it better. Roku, that can dump as well, okay? Remember, they're going to dump the stuff that didn't do well. Remember, Roku guided down, came out with bad earnings. So, again, watch it. It can go lower. Now, NVIDIA, watch NVIDIA. If this is good for NVIDIA, NVIDIA, wow, okay. NVIDIA needs above 300. We're pretty far away for NVIDIA to be reacting pretty good. I think it needs more time to base, but if the market is real, if this pop is real, it needs to be above 300. Mercado Libre, again, if Israel is going to go to 1115, if Powell's crap, it can drop like really hard below 958. Apple working its way higher. Now they do have earnings. This is why the market's probably having reaction. 166, again, 169. Apple's towing with the 200-day moving average. Shopify, big mover. So if you're trading for a mover, it reacts like the 50s, like the XPX reacts. So don't chase them out. Let it set up. All right, let's look at TTD. So everything's above the 50, 50, 50. If I notice across the board, again, everything is about Powell. These things can go up. When I'm noticing anything here that's a proper setup for maybe this one, HubSpot, but it's selling off into the close. Maybe if this can go, I don't know if it's going to go into Powell, but 473 right now, 455. Watch that. That's a possibility for a morning trade. Here are my chips. The chips are doing well on Texan Instrument News, okay? Now, AMAT starting to move pre-market, but I don't like how it's reacting there. Let's see here. Maybe Roblex. Roblex got hit pretty hard. Micron. Maybe ASML. This got hit pretty hard. Watch it at that 660. Let the MACDs turn, and maybe for a trade, 673, 700. Guys, now this is before Powell. Powell's going to change everything. All right, that's what we got. Now let's look at Microsoft real quick. See Microsoft. Microsoft is working its way higher, 304. Now, the way I look at Microsoft, last week, Microsoft was trading around 313, 315. They came out with good earnings. It should be back up there. It's not. So if it's not up there, it's telling me like, okay, well, why isn't it up there? you know? So I'm not really buying this thing, again, be careful out there, dead cat bounces. Um, I watch if they're selling the pops. That's my main thing. You can still trade things, but if you're in it for longer term, watch the selling of the pops. Okay, so that's Microsoft right there. All right. I looked at, what did we look at? We looked at XPX. Let's go to Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is going to have a reaction today as well. Okay. Bitcoin still working its way lower. Some people are buying it at 33,000. There's people buying it at 33,000. Okay, 33,000. So, but it's still working its way lower. Let it base, don't chase. It's trying to get up to that 38,000 underneath the VWAP. Let it base, don't chase. Just chill if you're into the Bitcoin, unless you need to really get in at a lower price. But, it's still working its way lower. I'm not seeing no signs of a reversal. And again, I think it's news related to Powell. So this could probably pop on Powell as well. But again, I don't know what Powell is going to say. So this is a news related item. Ethereum as well, reacting positive. But again, things don't drop. It is going to have a relief bounce, and that's what's happening right now. So, just chill, wait, don't chase, let it base. All right, that's what I have there, guys. So if I had to take a trade today, and yesterday on TradingView, I actually gave you guys a trade on spiders, and that worked out pretty well. And the trade yesterday was right here, was the same as, because some people it was right there. The same play that I showed you guys is we saw this moving MACDs. If you're in my class, you saw this, and we played it to the top side of 440. Now, that was a nice little trade to get in at 432 to 448 points. On the XPX is much bigger, but same type of thing here. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was a trade that I laid out on TradingView at 12:30. Now, the moves that I've noticed that happens, if you're observing, I'm going to share this with you on my class. There are certain times of day that the moves happen. But today, if you're trading spiders, what I have noticed, the 419s have been being bought. Somebody thinks it's going to go down. Nobody really knows, guys. But on the hourlies, the spiders is exactly where we like it to see. It is going to open up a little higher today. Again, it's going to move about 100 points, 200 points. I don't know which way. I don't know. But the move today is, wait, maybe do a small portion in calls, small portion in puts, and see which way it goes. But it's going to move. That's the play today. But again, if you're not comfortable with this, what I would suggest is probably laid out. Wait till after Powell, 230, 245. You're going to get the direction and play that. That's also another way you can play it too. All right, guys. I'm going to be on TradingView tomorrow. At lunchtime. Again, it's not going to be at Powell, but I'll just sit there, see, and maybe I'll give my what calls and puts I'm looking at for the play, because it's a little bit closer to the price action. Powell goes at 2 o'clock. If you guys don't know that, we have Powell at 2 o'clock. We have what else do we have? We also have tomorrow. We also tomorrow we have. So 2 o'clock is Powell. We have GDP tomorrow, and then we have some PCE numbers on Friday. So that's tomorrow, and today, 2 o'clock. 2:30 is going to be the press conference. As far as earnings for today, we have Tesla after the close, Intel after the close. Intel should probably move. It should move on Texas Instruments News. On the Lam Research should probably move really well. That's after the close today. We have Boeing. Boeing came out with, oh my God, they were so crap. The earnings report on Boeing was pathetic. It was like so bad. $8 loss per share versus 30 cents. Pretty bad. That company is not good. So again, just Boeing was not good. What else do we have? Now we do have Apple tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow at the close. So that the same thing with Tesla. That might be a play for Apple too going into Thursday. If we have a reaction today, you can do it the same thing on Apple. getting into a cheap call. Just throw it out there, 60 cents, 30 cents, whatever it is. Those calls are going to be stupid cheap if we have a negative reaction today. Again, so we do have some earnings that could be some potential plays for us, but that's what we have there. All right, guys, that's what we have. If you want to, just want to say, if you're interested in the class, we do have a few spots. We go on every Sunday at 11 o'clock, 8. If you're interested in that, go in and do yourself a favor, sign up for the class and get to know the trading system that's going to make you some profits with a structured trade in mind. Other than that, guys, be safe. Go out there, stay green. And it's an exciting day. This is what we live for, guys. We live for volatility. Well, you got it. And go out there, stay green, guys. Stay green. And if you haven't liked, subscribe, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, guys. Go out to stay green. I'll see you at lunch on TradingView. If you want to know my plays there, because it's closer to the price action, I will give it to you now, but I really can't tell you the exact plays. But go out there and go get it. All right, God bless. Stay green.